What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, saints and inks, and welcome to Track Talk, a part of the Lactic Acid Network. I'm your host, Dominique Smith. Today, I'm recording this on a Friday night. On a Friday night is when this is being recorded. We have to talk about the craziest day in track and field that I remember in a very long time. There's so many things we could talk about. We have to talk about the biggest story, which is Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. She is not running in Budapest. It was announced on Friday that she would withdraw her name from the Team USA roster in the women's 400 due to a knee injury. The statement, as I am going to pull it up on my phone, she said on Instagram, after consulting with my doctors and coaches, I need to take care of a minor knee issue so that I can be fully healthy for next year's Paris Olympics. I look forward to seeing everyone back on the track soon. Don't know if her season's done. Don't know if it's just the World Championships. Obviously, it was announced this week. I forgot the day. I actually wrote a story on it that she and Femke Bol will be lining up in the women's 400-meter hurdles. I think maybe in Brussels. Yeah, I believe it's in Brussels that they're supposed to line up. I don't know if that's still on. I don't know, like I said, if the season's over, but that is the news of the day. The world's fastest woman in the 400-meter hurdles. She has the fastest time in the women's open 400, and some could say she would be the favorite in the event. Obviously, Polino, who would now be the favorite, I assume, she's out. Sid is not running. So quickly, let's break down what that means. So it's been an interesting year when it comes to Sid and just the things that people have said, and specifically regarding her coach, Bobby Kersey, and the way that he's handling his athletes. As everyone knows, we do not know if Athing Mu will be running the 800. We don't know that due to an article that just came out when Coach Kersey said that they're still deciding whether she is going to run or not. They have their eyes set on Paris. Athing has definitely been running a lot. She may feel a little burnt out, so maybe it's just a case of him looking out for his athletes. We do not know until she shows up or doesn't show up on the starting line. Budapest takes place next Saturday, so this has been released on a Saturday morning. So a week from today is when Budapest, the action will start, which is crazy. It's August 19th already. So dissecting this just a little bit, Sid faced a lot of criticism last year because she shut it down early. She didn't run as many meets, but the one she ran in, she dominated. Like, she didn't lose. It wasn't even close, obviously breaking the world record at the World Championships in Eugene, running 50.68. And then I think when she went to Tennessee for a race, I think she ran 51.46. And there was an issue with the hurdles. It was not placed properly, or it was a little higher. She stutter stepped on one of the hurdles, and that was an error on the part of the meet. But fans are frustrated because she's not running as much. She's not running as much as, let's say, the 100-meter hurdlers, who they seem to race each other every week. I understand the frustration. I definitely do. I love to see Sid run, and I don't want this to sound like I'm making excuses, but I don't believe that Sid is the type that is just going to willingly not run. Like, I don't believe that. We talk about it. The NBA has load management, and the person who has taken advantage of that load management is Kawhi Leonard, because that dude misses like 155 games, or he has missed so many games, so to speak, and they give him games like back hurts, body hurts, whatever the case might be. I don't believe Sid's cut from that cloth. I genuinely do not believe that. I think that she's intentional when she races. She races to glorify God and honor him in everything that she does, and that she wants to be the best. She is a competitor. It's evident that the 400, it's evident from the 400. I believe if this was the case, and I've seen a lot of comments saying, she's killing the sport. Kersey's killing the sport. I believe this is a legit injury. She pulled out of a Diamond League meet prior to pulling out of the World Championships. I don't know what happened. Apparently it was something in practice. I'm not sure. We don't know the details, but I don't believe that's a fair criticism, because even though she's not racing as much, it would take a lot for somebody of her caliber just to pull out of the World Championships in this event. She just does not, she hasn't shown that. Granted, while she hasn't raced a lot, I don't think Sid is scared of anybody, because she's the best. She races. Look at those races with her and Dalilah Muhammad, when Dalilah Muhammad won in 2019, and then she came back and then against Femke Bol. And I think this is a legit injury. It's unfortunate that it happened, but I do not believe this is a case, and this is just addressing some of the comments that I've seen of Sid being scared. I don't think she's scared. I just think this stinks and that this is an unfortunate injury. In the case of Bobby Kersey, he's taken a lot of heat too, because not a lot of people understand or agree with his training mechanisms or just his approach with his athletes. Bobby's an intense dude. You can't question Bobby's coaching prowess. All you have to do is look back at Allison Felix and just what she was able to accomplish in her storied career when he was her coach. You look at Dawn Harper Nelson and the success that she had. Sean Crawford, for a brief period of time, had success. So he's a legit coach. I mean, you can't debate that. He's one of, if not the best in the game when it comes to the sprints. I don't necessarily understand everything that he does. And in this case, I'm not really sure what's going on, like with the Thing Mo situation, but I truly do believe he has his athlete's best interest at heart. How he goes about it, I think maybe some of the criticism could be the lack of transparency because we don't understand. But I don't think, in his defense, in this situation, I don't think Bobby Kersey is telling Sid, nah, let's just coast it, man. We're going to coast it and we're going to get ready for Paris. I do not believe that. That's just something, and I've seen it. I've seen Bobby is bad for the sport. And listen, like I said, you can disagree with his methods. I'll be honest with you. There's some certain things he does I don't understand, but at the same time, I have to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's coaching them. We aren't. He's with them on the day-to-day. We aren't. And if there's something physically or mentally going on that he's trying to aid or help his athletes overcome, then maybe that could be one of the reasons why that these athletes aren't running in these meets. Does it suck for the fans? Absolutely, because you want to see these athletes run. You want to see them at their best. You want to see them race against the elite competition. So I don't think, balking back at some of the criticism, I don't think that this is an issue of Bobby saying we're just going to shut it down for Paris or whatnot. That would be crazy to me because Sid ran in the indoor. She's run some in the outdoor. She really got things cranking up later towards the championships, and obviously 48-74 was the time that she ran at USA's. And so I legitimately think that they were going for a very fast time, whether it was the American record, let alone the world record against elite competition. So I don't think that he was kind of withholding that. I'm still not sure if she's going to do the 400 when she gets to Paris or the 400 hurdles. We'll see what Femke Bol does. I would assume Sid would still be the favorite in the 400 meter hurdles. I don't think that this is that at all. I think this is a case of a legit injury. I'm not sure obviously it's something serious enough where she's not running. I'm not sure what happened in practice, but it is something that is unfortunate to the fans and it's very disappointing. This was a crazy day in track and field. Suspensions being handed out for, doping and violations and everything. So it's unfortunate to see. Lena Irby-Jackson will take Sid's spot in the 400, and so we will send pretty much the whole SEC. Talitha Diggs, Britton Wilson will go over with Sid, as well as without Sid rather than Lena Irby-Jackson. This makes things interesting for the 4x4. We saw the 4x4 last year. Britton Wilson had a remarkable leg, that third leg that really helped Team USA. And then she was able to hand it off to Sid, who just blew the race open. So there is some experience there when it comes to the 4x4. Could be pretty tight, but the good thing with Team USA, you have Gabby Thomas, someone who's run 49.6 this year. 400 might be her best event, as crazy as that sounds, Gabby Thomas. So there's still options. I still think they can win. This is great experience for these young girls to be on the stage, and I hope that they show up and that they show out and that they really continue to elevate the women's 400 for Team USA, because it's going to be needed going forward. It's a beautiful event, a lot of great talent, a lot of great runners, and so I definitely hope that they're able to maximize that opportunity to go out and ball out. And the one thing that stinks is that this is going, and I hate this. We're going to watch the women's 400. We're going to see Paulino. Like I said, I would assume right now she'd be the favorite. She's run the second fastest time this year, 48.9. She beat Sid. You're going to see Nasser. You're going to see Shaunae Miller-Uibo. He's going to be running the 400 after having a baby a few months ago. The sad thing is that this story of Sid not running is going to be, I don't want it to be this, and my fear that it could be this. This is going to be the season of what if. What if Sid ran? What would she have run? What would the race have looked like? And I hope it does not overshadow the remarkable work that these young ladies have done in this event from Team USA and just around the world, because it is going to be a phenomenal event. Now, I will say, we do have a preview show coming out, and we didn't see this coming. The preview show is going to come out on Monday. I have to make a note to say that, listen, Anderson Emerald joined me of the final leg. I know he has a preview show coming out. Please be sure to tune into that. We didn't see this coming. So we're going to briefly touch on the 400, but just know we didn't see it coming. So we will make a note that say, hey, listen, as this was being recorded, it came out after the fact that Sid was not running. So speedy recovery to Sid. Pray for a speedy recovery that she can get back on the track even as early as the season. Would love to see her race from Cabot. Would love to see her race in the Diamond League final. Really hope that injury heals up and so that she's at full strength, because Sid at full strength is must-see TV. If you are interested in a 5K, listen, the Brave Like Gabe 5K, you have to check that out. If you're in the Minnesota area or places where that 5K is going on, please sign up. You do not want to miss it. It's a wonderful race for a wonderful cause in early September. And guess what? You get a nice discount off the registration fee when you type in the code Lactic Acid. All caps, no spaces. We're hooking you up here. We're hooking you up. We are hooking you up. Lactic Acid, all caps, no spaces. The link is underneath in the show notes where you can check it out. I'm going to make sure it comes across the screen as well. So please be sure to check that out. World Championships start August 19th. They last through the 27th. We are going to be here to cover it. Tap in, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Subscribe if you have to. Tell your mama, tell your dog, tell your sister, your brother, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, tell your pastor, whoever it is that you know they love track and field or they just love entertainment. Please be sure to tell them to follow Lactic Acid. You can listen to us wherever you get your podcast, Lactic Acid with Dom Smith. Leave a nice review if you don't mind. Hit that, like button or whatever the case might be, because it helps the channel grow. It helps more people find the channel, and it helps our little community grow as well. I want to hear from you. What do you make of Sid not running? How does it impact? And who is your new favorite for the women's 400 in Budapest? Until next time, love, peace, and chicken grease. We will see you.